I mean, you're picking up okay in here because no, you're not because that's not in there. Okay, now who got the mic on? Hey, I don't know. Now we should have. Here we go. Now we got it. I don't know why I think cut off. All right, so in case you're just joining me, that's Doug Hewitt in here, wondering what the heck is going on, and you are in Japan right now. So anyway, this is a Hawaiian Shirt Friday. If you can see, all of us got the memo.
Yes. When are we going to stop this? I mean, I've got about two more sets.
Yeah, and your Hawaiian shirts are borderline, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and look, I'm gonna tell you why this is the color it is. I got the deltas coming up here next hour.
There you go.
So you got to represent. I got my red and white on. All right, and I like your floral pattern over there, but that has nothing to do with the city manager who is in here right now. And we're gonna get to it. Got a lot of things going on that you want to share. Go ahead. You got your phone there?
I do. We have been busy all summer long here at the city of Fayetteville. And this morning, anyone who's listening and is available to join us on the North Street for the opening of a splash pad and ribbon cutting at 10 a.m. on North Street. Anyone who doesn't know, North Street runs off of Ramsey Street. It's kind of behind the Fay Block area. There's a housing, a lot of housing back there in an area that kind of goes from Ramsey Street down to the river in some parts and things like that. So it's going to be really exciting to be able to bring an amenity down there to the North Street area for those families. We also next week have the courts of Tokay Park, where we have put in about 8 to 10 different pickleball courts over at Tokay. And I tell you, when you go out and you take a look at it, it's going to knock your socks off. A lot of people aren't familiar again with Tokay Park either. It's kind of behind Reed Ross off of Ramsey Street area. And so we're doing a lot of things for the Ramsey Street corridor. But that's next Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll be opening up the courts at Tokay Park. We've replaced the 6 existing tennis courts and have reached their lifespan. And again, we've still kept 3 tennis courts, but we have 10 pickleball courts. And Gilbert, you got to get me out there soon so that you can teach me a little bit about pickleball.
Look, I don't know anything other than the fact that ball will kill you. That's a hard ball. I mean, Vic, you ever played pickleball?
No, I want to learn though.
Well, I remember years ago, one of my karaoke singers said, "Oh, Gilbert, have you tried pickleball?" I said, "No, what is pickleball?" I mean, and then she was explaining,
Yes.
once you play, they say that you really get addicted. Is that what you're hearing as well?
It is. And first I heard about it was Commissioner Glenn Adams, who's also my neighbor, who was talking about, you just won't believe how big pickleball has gotten. And so between you, me, and Glenn, we're going to get out there and we're going to have to do some doubles or something like that. So.
Well, George Brees gave me a commemorative ball
Yes.
from the MAC tournament that they had.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how hard it was. But I've seen people play, and it just moves slower than a regular tennis ball. I think that's the appeal, especially for the more seasoned players.
Yes, and with my 55-year-old age, I need every advantage I can for the slower moving projectile at my head. So.
Well, one thing that I did find out is there are a lot of injuries now to some seniors because they're playing pickleball, but they're not loosening up and doing all the things. You got a couple of pulls and things like that. So you get out there and have some fun, but don't hurt yourself.
Well, that's so true, so true. And then for those folks who are really fit and who or like to watch really fit people play, we also have the USTA United States Tennis Association of North Carolina is coming to Fayetteville, North Carolina on October 1st through the 4th for a tournament at our new tennis center off of Filter Plant Road. When I tell you that you hear the mayor talking about sports tourism, you hear the council members talking about the community investment. The investment is paying off for our tennis facility over at the courts at Glenville Lake, where we'll be hosting North Carolina Tennis Association. Some 800 participants possibly coming to Fayetteville over that 4-day period to play tennis and explore our beautiful community.
Well, that's the residual impact of putting these things in here because now they got to stay someplace.
They do.
They got to eat.
They do.
They got to stay someplace else.
And maybe they'll come back.
And that's the main thing. And also, they get to see Fayetteville in a way that people who haven't been here for years will get to see it. Because this is not Vietnam. Every time I hear it, I cringe, because that's not the case.
No, it's not. And I think of even what is it? No publicity is bad publicity. Or how does that go? Or you want people to talk about you, and they may have had a bad memory about you, but you want to say not Fayetteville wow, but Fayetteville now. You know what I mean? That kind of thing like that. And people are always amazed when they come to the community. They have an impression or of what it was like or what they've heard it was like. But I tell you what, we're changing that impression not only for visitors but also for people who live here.
The problem with that is just like anything else. So no matter where you go, let's say you go to a restaurant and you have a bad experience.
Yeah.
You tell your friends and everybody. If you have a good experience, you normally don't tell anyone.
That's so true.
That's
so
it.
true. But another great experience we have is anybody who's along 295 within the next 2 weeks. You will see Fort Bragg out there at MacArthur Road, where we've got some 80 acres we're going to put in the sports complex. That project has taken a little bit longer for us to kind of get it going because the military and federal government have to harvest the trees. As you know, timber has a lot of value, and so we want to go out there and start putting in those baseball fields so that we can have more sports tourism and deliver on to our community as well. But we've got to work with the federal government, Fort Bragg, to harvest those trees. And over the next 2 weeks, you should start seeing them out there doing that. And again, it's just we've been busy all summer long working on these projects, and they're coming to fruition now.
Well, the thing, a lot of this has to do with parks and recreation, and sporting complexes. Why the emphasis on that type of element here with the city?
Well, one of the things is about quality of life. We talk about what makes us special and unique. Anyone who's been in the military, or for me, I've traveled around a little bit, not as much as many people who are in the military or military-affiliated families, but you remember very well the first time you got on the Cape Fear River Trail. You remember very well the first time you saw Chalmers Pool and you saw 100 kids playing out there. You remember very well the first skating rink you went to. Those memories live with you. Those are the things which make a community, and those are the things which engage families, engage young people. And again, that's just some of the things. We don't have a skating rink with the city, but that's probably not a bad idea for us to get an outdoor skating rink.
Well,
It's going to put it down on the piece of paper for me for later.
Well, no. Don't we have like the skate park thing? Or is that with the county?
We have skateboarding park. We don't have like the roller skate thing.
No, but you have roundabout. Isn't roundabout still here?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Utah. It's look.
You're right. You're right. It's behind the
post office area back there.
I'd say the Piggly Wiggly, the IGA, the Carly C's.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And look, it's been there for some time.
Yeah,
I was the one that started Super Soul Skate Night, and I was the DJ for 27 years.
Well, look,
you didn't know that, did you?
I started surfboarding. I invented the internet.
Did you?
I was with the Wright brothers. They were looking at paper planes. I said, "No, we got to go to the Kitty Hawk."
Well, the Army was born on August 16th. That's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Well, and they have the special ASOM.
Yes.
All the special stuff there. August 16th. There's a reason why that happens. Because I was born.
We're in greatness.
1955.
I'm in greatness.
Look, and Vic is over just shaking his head. Damn, those are two old guys over there.
And crazy at the same time. But no, we just have a lot of great things going on here in the city of Fayetteville. Summer's winding down. Coming to you this morning, I was struck coming through my neighborhood. I saw a school bus. That's talking about getting old. I don't see it getting old. I see it as seasons and changes in life, and I welcome all of them. And I'm glad that we've had a very productive summer. I'm looking for a very productive fall. Got an email I'm working on right now with Ashanti Bennett of Cool Springs to talk about what we're going to do for New Year's Eve. We've got plans possibly for something that's special around Halloween. The 910 Fest, you'll probably be hearing more about that. The Fayetteville Next is working on that. We've got so many things going on in the community, and it's just a real pleasure to be able to be part of that and watch that stuff continue to come and grow every year.
We had the 4th of July celebration, and we had an event over at Festival Park, and then the Segway Stadium was also having with the Woodpeckers. And clarify this for me, because did you folks over at Festival Park just turn and look at the fireworks over it? Or did you have your own separate fireworks?
They had both separate fireworks, and they coordinated it, and so it was like one of the largest shows you've ever seen, one to the other, to the other, to the other. And I had left by then, and I went up on the hill on Bragg Boulevard, and my little convertible. Remember Kenny and I talking about
the convertible? Yes, I do.
And just put the top down, and I was out there with 50 other families on a parking lot on Bragg Boulevard watching the fireworks go off of downtown. Again, memories that myself and the families who were out there we just can't recall.
Well, that's a neat way to do it because I used to do that at Fort Bragg as
Yes.
well. When the main post parade field, it gets crowded. If you don't want to get in the crowd, just go up to Spring Lake, and you can sit over at Arby's or something and just sit on top of your car
And just watch the fireworks.
Watch the fireworks. Yeah.
Good
Right.
stuff.
Well, and the NWR is saying, Gilbert said, stop telling people not to come. We want people to come. Yeah, but y'all can get out there.
Yes.
If you don't like crowds, sit on the side and do what you got to do right now. All right, Doug, it's about time for me to give you the boot.
Okay.
Yeah, but before we do, again, we appreciate you coming. Doug HEWETT is the city manager for Fayetteville. Comes in here every other Friday. Yeah. Now you were out last week. I'm assuming you were under the weather.
I was under the weather. I was one of those crazy people who caught the flu, and then we had people in the office who caught COVID. And had other people who had some type of crazy cold. It was a circuit of craziness, but I'm glad I'm back. I think our next is right before Labor Day.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Well, but look, the main thing is the mayor was in here, and first question I asked him when he came in, have you suffered from explosive diarrhea? He said, what is it? Cyclosporosis.
Yeah.
And that's one of the symptoms. And we were talking about that, and you know how Mitch does. He sits out in the parking lot.
Right.
And he doesn't come in until he feels that we're clear talking about the crazy stuff.
Well, it's the time we're talking about explosive diarrhea. I've said again, leave on a high, not on a low, but it's not explosive diarrhea. It's sudden onset.
Oh, is that what it is?
Just say it. It sounds a little bit more elevated. Sudden
No,
onset.
I hope y'all eating breakfast out there and you're listening to explosive diarrhea. That's what I say.
Onset, yes.
Turn the radio. He said, turn Gilbert off.
No,
Okay.
not all that. But again, I appreciate the opportunity, and again, looking forward to seeing you soon as we move toward the end of summer.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on here. Some at 10, something here and there. And did you get your tickets for the? You haven't seen Mickey Locklear, have you?
I have not, but I heard him on
thing?
yesterday, and
Yeah.
I started to go to Red Robin for the Special Olympics, I think it was.
Sure.
And I was out last night, and I saw Troy McDuffie at a community meeting, and Sheriff's Department is doing amazing things under the current sheriff, and the new sheriff coming in. It's just going to be amazing to see, and Locklear is going to continue to do great things.
All right. Look, it's always a pleasure to see you. Boot. This is the official boot. I mean, we need to come with a sound effect. Some ding. So, I don't know.
Boing.
Yeah. It could be boing. I like that. All right. Do what you're doing. We love you, Doug. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you,
We'll talk to you in a little bit here. Right now, we've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing. I'll tell you, that is disappointing news. That
Yeah. And it is. It was
I mean, it's like there's no place for me to go. And Fort Bragg has a hiring freeze going on now.
What is going on though with
mostly sunny with a high of 91.
Who you call Clarence? Because I'm interested. I may see Clarence.
Stand by one second. All right, Rachel, thank you. We've got 77 degrees right now. Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also Hope Mills. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.